Hi everybody.
How you doing?
Hi, welcome back for another edition of Wine Down Wednesday. It is the Wednesday before Valentine's Day, so our next video will be the day after Valentine's Day.
Yes.
We're going to do our special Valentine's celebration over the weekend.
Yes.
Since Valentine's Day is on a
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Sunday nights, we avoid the crowd.
Yes. I don't know. I think a lot of other people may have the same idea, but I don't know. We'll see.
I'll bet.
So we have a couple of wines that I know we've done videos on before.
Right. So we're in that kind of lull period.
Yeah, but these are good wines, and we talked about like one of the Chardonnays we did recently was an oaky Chardonnay, and that's kind of not my
I loved that
jam.
last week.
But we have the Fico Chardonnay it's Italian wine that we're going to be sharing tonight, and it says that it is fermented in stainless steel, so that leads me to believe that this is probably not going to be an oaky Chardonnay. It does have the fancy circle on it though, the Scalp Circle exclusive, so it has been unlocked. It is on the website right now for everybody to buy. You don't have to be a member of the wine club.
Well, I am a fan of Chardonnays in general, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, I prefer the oaky or buttery ones.
Yeah.
But I definitely will say, I'm about to tell you, all I've had is just salty crackers. So let's see.
Yes, give it your...
Okay, so my initial impressions of the smell, which I think we've already had this before, but the smell, it smells oaky.
Okay, so they describe it as earthy and crisp.
Yeah, it smells oaky.
And it's 100% Chardonnay. And this is from, what does it say on the bottle? I can't, Veneto, Italy.
It still has that little bit of bite. It has that almost like slightly buttery bite to it, but not...
Do you think so?
A little bit, yeah.
I honestly, my memory is going. We just had this wine a couple of months ago.
Do you think so?
Because I don't remember what this tastes like.
If you've watched the video, make a comment.
I don't know. We'll see. So this is $25 a bottle. That's a mid-range kind of one of the wines.
You are answering our Facebook people, right, when they say things?
I'm not seeing comments on Facebook. A couple of them. But I haven't been checking the YouTube videos. So you have to check and see if people are commenting there.
I've responded to a few of the comments.
And Rumble too.
And Rumble, I gotta check Rumble. Sorry guys.
So this is typically Italian white wines are produced from grapes native to this historic winemaking country. However, there are some incredible Chardonnays that are made across Italy, including from the Veneto. This area surrounding Verona has gorgeous hillsides for growing grapes of richness and balance. This release is fruit-driven with freshly picked pear and apple, a bit of earthiness on the finish that is bright and vibrant. That's how they describe it. So are you getting any, oh my gosh, the allergies are like...
I'm getting that exactly.
That's
bright and vibrant.
Yeah, okay, so I have some pears over here.
Okay.
If you want to try it with that, I have some mozzarella.
Mozzarella.
On there, I have some the parm crisps, and I have some cheese tortellini and some of that
You
sauce.
have to say mozzarella.
That's what I was trying to say. It doesn't come out the same way when I say it.
You have to be Italian to say it. When you know how to say it. Excellent.
This is definitely
Excellent.
more. This is more my alley. If I'm going to drink a Chardonnay, you do get that like kind of fruity taste.
You do.
Which most Chardonnays, I don't think you normally get that.
You get that, but you also get a little bit of that oaky. I'm telling you, even though this isn't an oak Chardonnay, you get the.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, the oakiness is not.
I always like
not
the
as strong.
Fico brand.
I love their Sangiovese. That's my go-to with strawberry hair down my shirt.
Down her shirt.
No, here it is. It's right here.
I would reach in and get it. Don't worry.
Their Sangiovese is always my go-to red whenever I'm having Italian.
Yeah, so it's a great brand, and it's Italian, so you can't go wrong with an Italian.
So it says the grapes for this wine were soft pressed before fermenting in stainless steel vats for 12 days. It then aged for 7 months in stainless steel tanks before bottling.
Excellent.
So all stainless steel.
Definitely, I'd rate it a notch lower than the Chardonnay last week, but I would definitely say this is really good. I mean, it's very good. Very flavorful, yes. Very flavorful.
I like this one better.
Yeah.
So it's tasting notes of pear and baked apple. It pairs with pasta, Italian.
You know what? Then when we do turkey dinner at my house, we bring a couple of bottles of that, a couple of bottles of the other one.
Okay, that's fine. You know, I love a good like Sauvignon Blanc, and I love other kinds of doing turkey dinner. Oh yeah.
Really?
You can even do a Pinot Noir because it's a lighter red.
Oh, because it's lighter.
I
thought you were saying Cabernet, so I'm like, okay.
Oh no.
Like,
no, Sauvignon Blanc.
so we are gonna do turkey dinner.
Yes. Yes, when your niece comes to visit. So we're gonna do like a redo of Thanksgiving.
Yes.
This is 12.5% alcohol. It is 1.23 grams per liter of residual sugar, and it's 55 parts per milliliter of sulfites. So it's a little bit like lower.
Is it?
And sulfites, which is really great because a lot of times the whites seem to be higher.
Was it lower in sulfites than the Chardonnay last week?
I have no idea. I'd have to go back and make a comparison.
You have to
I
flip
don't
there.
know.
Yeah, I will tell you, this has been a busy week for me already. I've been very, very, very busy the past 2 days.
Yeah.
And 3 days, actually. Today I was busy today too. Just unusually busy, which is a good thing. I'm not going to complain. So.
I'll say with the pear, it kind of makes the wine a little bit crisper.
Yes, it does.
That's kind of what I'm getting. There's like I don't know if that's buzz flying around or if it's like a gnat, but I got it.
Your hair was all over the front seat of my truck.
Yes, as it often does. I normally leave hair everywhere.
Yeah, there's hairs on my. I have to pull them. The vacuum cleaner doesn't pull them out.
No.
Pull them out of there.
Somehow they really get like wedged in there into the fabric of the seat. So we have a little bit of the Mediterranean terra chips.
I'm having that right now.
Sometimes the Mediterranean has a little bit of garlic kind of flavor to it, I think.
I like those. I wonder if those are lower in carbs than potato chips and fat.
Well, I'm not sure because you have the different types of potatoes, especially sweet potatoes.
These are potatoes. Okay.
These are potatoes. They're different kinds of potatoes. But yeah, I'm not sure because they're real crisp and thin. So I'm not. We'd have to take a look at. Yeah, I don't know what kind of potato that is, but it's delicious. These are some. My kids love these chips too.
They are good. I was gonna say, why do I keep eating those? I love potato chips.
I think they have a little bit more of the like vitamins and nutrients because of the different colors, as opposed to just regular plain.
Yeah, like the
potato
red
chips.
Those colored potatoes, we get the purple. Remember the purple, the blue ones that we get.
Anytime you can add more color to your plate, then it's healthier.
It's the same thing, but yeah. Anyways, this is really good. And I would have to. I'm interested to go back to the video where we actually did this before. This vintage, the 2020. And I can see what I said before.
Yeah.
So
it does make a difference on the things that we eat it with, and then whatever else that what other kind of wines.
Yeah, of course, blue cheese.
Yeah, that's for you.
Eat this.
No, thank you.
Sure, yeah.
No. Got a little firm crisp with like tomato basil, I think. Kind of seasoning to go with it. There it is. There's a mosquito flying around here. So this is 99 calories per 5-ounce serving, 0.182 grams per 5-ounce serving of carbs. So
low carb, high flavor.
That's the thing. A lot of the wines that you find that are they're like lower calorie, like no sugar added.
Good for you.
A lot of them they just don't have very much flavor, and these definitely have a lot of flavor.
No, and yeah, the fit wines and those different the whatever they are. Well, the fit wine especially, and I'm going to go ahead and say I don't care. You know, they can sue me. That particular wine, it's got the runner on it. It's definitely geared towards people who are into fitness and everything, because it's a lower carb wine, lower sugar. I think there's no residual sugars in those. There is some, maybe a little bit.
It says, I think on the bottle, it says like no sugar.
Yeah, it's no sugar. And we tried those. They're so, like, my mouth puckers because there's like no flavor. It's just like.
It's not pucker, it's just like, eh.
No, it's like, you know.
So, a fun little did you know fact about Chardonnays that come from Italy. There are more than 2,000 native grapes to Italy, so when a grower decides to plant Chardonnay, you know it's going to be quite special and delicious. This wine is produced in partnership with a small, family-run winery that has been growing grapes in the Veneto region since 1891, over 100 years. They've been growing these grapes.
That's 140 years.
Oh my gosh.
What? 130 years? 130?
I can't even think about.
That's a long time.
How long? Yeah. So the Cape Pico is a really high quality, and for only 25 or 26 bucks a bottle, it's a really great deal. And you're not getting, you're not getting all of that extra yucky stuff that you normally get in your regular store-bought wines.
If you're a daily wine drinker, see, I prefer to mix things up. I don't drink the same wine every night. So I might have, sometimes I do. I love the bookbinders. I can drink a glass of that every single night.
Well, on the nights that you're by yourself too, you have.
I do.
You have the. You only have like a glass or something.
Yeah, I have a glass.
So it takes longer to get through.
Right, and I buy lots and lots of bottles. It came today. I got a big order today.
I'm still waiting on mine.
But the but this particular wine, this Fico Chardonnay, this is a great just like everyday wine. So you could have this, come home from work, start making dinner, have a big.
Oh yeah, it's great for just sipping by itself. Even if you're not making Italian, it goes great with a lot of different things. I chose Italian because it's specifically an Italian wine, and it said it goes well with pasta.
I think it would go good with like even like Chinese food. Don't you think?
Yeah, could be.
So you made the bruschetta out of this? Or you made this?
Yeah, I made the sauce out of the bruschetta. I put it in the blender and turned it into sauce.
You taste the garlic, yeah. Put a lot of garlic.
Now my kids were saying they thought this tasted a little bit metallic, and I don't know if that's because I was using the new pans to cook it with. You don't taste like metallic.
No, it must be. What did you put in there? Did you put like jarred sauce in there?
No, I had just a can of tomato paste, but I put that in there with all of the bruschetta just to kind of thicken it up a little bit.
It does taste a little metallic.
Do you think?
Yeah, I thought it was the garlic overpowering it, but
it's going to take a bath in the sauce. I know. Don't let it drop onto your shorts. So I mean, this is great. Just basic cheese tortellini with some pasta sauce. This wine is great with that. And honestly, you could do like a mushroom risotto. You could do some kind of chicken parmesan. You could do chicken Alfredo.
The garlic. With the garlic. It sweetens the wine when you actually. I mean, that's heavy garlic. I want you to know, heavy garlic.
You have some olives over there too, if you want to try that.
Oh man. It just totally sent me into the stratosphere. Like garlic, tomatoes, and this. Italian, so good.
Oh yeah.
And the crumbly blue, it gives me goosebumps. So, endorphins firing off.
I got a little overzealous and I poured too much Chardonnay in my glass.
You know what oxytocin is? People release oxytocin. Specifically women do. When in times of pleasure, like when eating. A woman specifically will release oxytocin, and she will become attached to that food or wine. Did you know that? I was watching a video about this.
No, because you have that reaction to it. You
Men, not specifically.
You form an emotional bond to that.
Did you ever drink a wine? A wine specifically, and you just, it tastes so good you're speechless.
I used to have specific wines that I liked, that I really liked far above everything else. But now when I try to go back and drink those wines after having clean crafted wines, I can't do it.
Some of the best that we've had. Like when you say there's a 10, and you have it, and you're like, the first time you taste it, you're like, oh my God, that's the oxytocin being released. So you form a bond. Why did you say you form a bond? How did you know that?
Like emotional relationship to something just because of the taste and the music, and it's just like that song just
that song takes me back. The Kenny Chesney song. Every time I hear that song, stops me in my tracks.
Yes.
Remember that song? There's songs that you get an emotional attachment to, and there's wines, and there's different foods.
Well, you do have like your comfort foods, especially if it's something that like a relative made for you whenever you were growing up. Yeah.
You've had them since you met me, and you love my sauces.
Well, you also had specific foods whenever you were when you were growing up, either the German side or the Italian side.
That recipe that for the shinken noodle.
Yes.
Ooh,
you're gonna make that this weekend?
I think I'm gonna make shinken noodle. Oh my God, oh my God, that's gnat.
I know there's like mosquitoes. It's not cold anymore down there. No. So now the mosquitoes are coming back.
Well, okay, so we're gonna finish up with this wine. We're gonna move on to the next one, but I can tell you.
I still have.
Oh, okay.
I know. I'm trying to stretch out the time here because I'm trying to finish this wine.
Okay, well,
you keep talking. I'll drink.
I'll talk. So, anyways, so as far as the we gotta publish the outtakes. Because like in the beginning,
I'll just keep drinking.
We snip off like maybe 7, 8 minutes off the beginning because we're like preparing and it's recording. And I wish you guys could see that. If somebody could see what we're doing, there's a lot of curse words and this and that.
No, there's not.
Oh my God. And the dog.
I have Joel just finally bit the bullet and went to the eye doctor and got some glasses so he can see distance. And his prescription is so low, it's like he doesn't even need to wear them all the time. He just wears them sometimes whenever he feels.
There.
Now I wear contacts. Sometimes I wear my glasses when I feel like my eyes need a rest.
See, it clears everything up.
I know, and you can see everything perfectly on there. I know, you probably see about the same as what I see with my contacts in.
I look old.
No, you don't look old. So I was joking around several years ago during COVID when we were spending so much time on our computers because we would have to communicate with our students who were at home and on their computers. So just a lot more during the day we were on our computers. So our school decided to give us all these special blue light glasses. So they don't have a prescription in them, but you can put them on. It's supposed to help protect your eye from the blue light, which damages your eye if you stare at a computer screen or a phone screen for too long. So I put these on just to kind of tease with him. I said, these are my special glasses. They're very big for my face. I would never buy glasses like this for myself.
Although if you were to walk around a store like that, you know, you kind of look kind of cool, like hip.
I would look like a hipster?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
So anyways, I just thought it was funny. And honestly, I have never worn these a day in my life because my regular glasses already have the blue light filter in it. And I think my contacts, I know they have like a UV filter, but I'm not sure if
Mom
they have
has
the
those
blue light.
transitional lenses. Did you know that? They have the bifocal and transition to the sun. They're like $500 a piece.
Yeah, that's really expensive to have all those features on there.
Well, I can tell you honestly. So I'm going to grade this wine. This is my grade. I'm going to give it an 8.
I think I would agree with that.
Really?
For a Chardonnay, I think I would agree with that.
I'm going to give it an 8, a solid 8.
Yeah.
Which means buy it. Definitely. I'll put the link in the comment section below, but buy it. Try it out. Why not? You know? I don't know if anybody ordered that went to the parties. Did they order any of this?
No, nobody ordered that one.
Yeah.
We had a few people order, kind of go off script and buy some other wines that we didn't serve at the party.
Really?
But yeah, but it's fine. They know what kind of wines they like.
So they traversed the website and saw whatever.
They did. They picked out a couple of extra wines that they were going to give a try. I think there's a couple too that they think they had put in their last order.
You're going to show me later.
That they just bought.
I can't wait to see the orders.
Oh yeah.
But it's interesting to see other people's tastes. That's what makes those parties so fun. Is because here I am, busy bee, trying to do things, and then people stop me, and she's busy talking.
And ask you questions.
They ask me questions about the wine, and we've been doing this for so long, I know the answers. And I talk to them, and okay, you're going to engage me about the wine? Okay. We've done all these videos, we've tasted it with all these different foods, and they're like, well, what would it taste like with chocolate? And I was like, well, there's some chocolate right over here.
Right.
I'll give it to you, I'll
Or
serve
they
it.
ask like, what would you recommend that I try this with?
Right. And I bring this, the wine party, we had shrimp, chocolate, we had meats and cheese.
So many different things.
I mean, so many different, the whole table, there was a platter, a smorgasbord of fun. And, but I will say this, just the experience with different people and their different tastes is a once in a lifetime thing. I mean, I love having these wine parties because people really are interested in the different flavors, the vintages. And then you could even have, like this is a 2020, but you could go 2021 and it's a totally different experience.
Yeah, I don't think they have a 2021, but
we're gonna have to try it.
The 2020 is definitely still out on the website. It's a Scalp Circle Unlocked, so anybody can order it. They took it out of the wine club.
And what's the price?
For more people to say it was $25 or $26. I think it was $26.
So this is like a moderately priced.
Yeah, kind of a mid-range, because there are some wines. It's $25. There's
some of them are in the 30s.
Oh yeah, and we go all the way up. So I think the most expensive wine on there right now is maybe $65.
$65
a bottle, yeah.
We had some of those at the wine party.
We had one.
Yeah. And they well, you know what was funny was that people that I tended they liked it.
Yeah.
But they ordered the orders that I got and I saw were of like the Fieldhouse red blend.
Right.
And the Fieldhouse
So the most
Pinot
expensive
Noir.
we served was the Bookbinders.
Right.
And was the Bookbinders Cab. So that's one of the more expensive wines on the site right now. And we also served the Bookbinders Apprentice red wine. And we had a lot of people who actually said they really liked the Bookbinders Apprentice better.
Really?
And that is only $18 a bottle. So
yeah.
It's like, you know what, the price of the bottle really doesn't necessarily
the Bookbinders
indicate
Apprentice red blend
how good it's
is my favorite red blend. Just, you know, of all time. It's my favorite red blend. Ask me how many, I buy tons of it. And it's like...
He always buys multiple bottles
and
of that wine.
I brought 3 bottles to the wine party. People were like, wow, give me some more of that, please.
Yeah.
I like this. And I was like, this is the most least expensive wine that we have.
Yeah, out of all the ones that we
and everybody was begging me for it. It was like...
We'll have to do that in a video again soon,
so
we can highlight what the different, because it's a red blend, what different kinds of grapes that you can
I ate that with pasta. Now
you drink that with everything.
I do. I drink it with everything. It doesn't matter. I'll eat it with. I'll drink it with fish. I'll drink it with pasta. I'll drink it with Chinese. Anything. I almost bought pork fried rice last night. I was so tempted.
Oh my gosh.
I almost got a quart of pork fried rice.
I made an attempt at chicken fried rice on Monday night, and the recipe I found on Pinterest, it was way too much.
You need to ask Mom for her recipe.
Yeah, it was way too much teriyaki sauce, and there's a little bit of soy sauce in it. It was.
You have to ask Mom.
I definitely need to way adjust the recipe before I make it again.
Mom has a recipe for chicken or pork fried rice.
Or it would be much easier for me just to order it from the Chinese restaurants and,
get a quart of chicken
and not even have to worry about cooking.
I like pork fried rice though.
I had some leftover chicken I was trying to use up, so I was like, what can I do that's like different that I haven't made in a while? It's like, oh, chicken fried rice.
Well,
not so much.
Now the sauce that I made this week, again, I'm into that phase of like almost bolognese, almost meat sauce, almost, I need to go back to my roots and make some
just traditional.
I want to make some meat gravy where I simmer the bones all day, like Grandma Rosa used to do. I want to make that because that's a very old world flavor. You've had it before.
Yes, I have.
And then when we pull all the oxtails out of there and we pull the pork feet out of there, you eat the meat from
Honestly,
all of those.
I know you hear the word oxtails and you're like, what in the world? But no, it really adds a whole lot of flavor.
I put short rib in there sometimes.
I'm going to let you bloviate a little bit about this. We're going to move on to the 2021 Dove Hunt Dog Cabernet Sauvignon. This is from California.
Okay.
It's $26 a bottle, so I need to turn on some lights.
Okay, you turn on some lights because the light is going down. But
you tell me if you smell it, because there's some interesting details about this.
Okay, so this is the Dove Hunt Dog Cabernet Sauvignon 2021. You can tell by the color, it's dark. It's still translucent. It's not dark red. A little translucent, which means it's probably kind of like a heavier Pinot Noir, is what I'm guessing. That's what I'm guessing it's going to be.
Not a Pinot Noir. It's definitely a cab.
Very berryish. Very berryish.
Okay, so you get some like bolder red fruit kind of flavors in it.
Bolder red fruits, a little pepper.
Okay.
A little pepper in there.
Do you get any like mocha or espresso?
No, but let me try it with crumbly blue because crumbly blue usually brings out the flavor in red.
Okay.
Put it in your mouth.
So I found this interesting because when I was reading the tasting notes, it sounded very similar to that bookbinders that we served at our party. Now that bookbinders though also
tastes like that.
It had like notes of tobacco in it as well.
I don't have tobacco in it.
This one does not have tobacco.
No.
So even though it's a little bit of mocha and espresso, we have the chocolate covered espresso beans here that you can try with it. It also says it pairs well with burgers and barbecue.
Everybody loves those espresso beans.
Yes, because I mean, well, some people were a little shocked when they first bit into it and they were like, oh, wait, I'm getting coffee. And they're like, coffee and wine.
I don't know how I
feel about
that one couple, they loved them. They were like munching them down. They were like, man, these are really good. I was like, hold on.
So this is described as, did it fall on the ground?
Yeah.
Well, she's not even paying attention, thank goodness. It's right here on the table.
Oh, here.
There's one here. Okay.
Sorry.
So, it's described as earthy and bold. It's 92% Cabernet Sauvignon, 7% Petite Syrah.
That's what I'm getting.
And 1% Grenache.
That's the translucent.
Grenache, I have learned since we've been doing these Scout and Cellar wines. I had never even heard of this grape before, Grenache or Grenache, from Spain or France, wherever, whichever region it comes from. Is how you pronounce the grape, but that is very quickly becoming one of my favorite. It's a very jammy, like good bold red kind of flavor.
You put a hamburger in front of me, I'm gonna eat it.
I did. I made a little burger for us to split for tonight. So it's described as earthy and bold with notes of blackberry, black cherry, mocha, espresso that are structured yet approachable. Approachable.
It is an approachable red. Normally a Cabernet Sauvignon, I'm almost afraid. honestly, I'm afraid to order it. We go to a restaurant before. Are we afraid to order it? Because you don't know what you're gonna get.
I definitely get dry.
Yes.
A cab is normally dry. I definitely get dry.
You're getting peppery?
But no, not peppery at all. But I am getting like those really like bold fruit flavors, jammy kind of fruit flavors.
Fruity.
Not sweet, but definitely like you get those rich flavors. That's how it's rich.
To clean all the crap off my teeth. Sorry.
Oh my goodness. So it says this is our best vintage yet. One of our most popular wines. A bit bigger and bolder than past vintages. 2021 Dove Hunt Dog Cabernet has all the makings of an age-worthy Cabernet with smooth, approachable, and drink-me-now flavors.
I agree. It's good. We've never done this one, have we?
No, I believe we have.
We have? Yeah, it's good. It's definitely good. There's some that I'm like, this is good.
So it pairs well with burgers, backyard barbecues. It says movie marathons. I don't know what that's supposed to mean because movie marathons, I'm thinking like popcorn and stuff like that. I don't know how that would go with this wine, but whatever.
And put me to sleep.
Burgers and barbecue, I could definitely see drinking this wine with something like that.
Freckle off my face. I definitely, if we're gonna binge watch TV shows,
you could sit there and just keep pouring another glass of this wine?
No, I might go to sleep.
Oh, yeah, that's
I'm
true.
a social person. I need to talk to people. Yeah, I need to express my emotions and feelings to you.
You need a little bit more caffeine, I think. If we're going to do a movie marathon.
Well, no, I can sit there and, movie marathon. We start at noon and go till midnight.
Can't remember the last time we did that.
We've never done that. Can't sit still.
Yeah, we get too antsy. We can't sit that long.
Can't sit still.
No. So the soil to sip report, it says it's sourced from distinctive vineyard sites across California planted over 30 years ago. Harvest of each site was completed at night by hand to select only the healthiest clusters for processing in a stainless steel fermentation of 12 to 24 days by varietal.
Okay.
Once fermentation completed, the wine was aged further in stainless steel vats for at least 6 months before bottling under sustainable cork. So you can see the process for all of these wines. We talk about how long it takes for them to ferment and then to sit in different vats before they even put it into a bottle to try to sell to you. It's a very long process, and because they're smaller family-owned like boutique vineyards, they don't produce as many grapes as the store-bought wines would.
Right.
So you get these great bottles of wine. They come in smaller batches.
Right.
So once they are sold out on the site, then you have to wait for the grapes to finish regrowing and for them to go through this whole process of creating another vintage of this wine.
Well, I will tell you this, again, the stories that I used to hear in the beginning about how the owner of the company they'd throw out an entire batch because they detected some pesticides or some other
a fraction of a
abnormality.
percent.
Right.
A fraction of a percent. Then they would say, nope, send it back.
So the entire batch of wine.
We're not selling this on our site.
You're talking barrels and barrels and barrels of wine.
They send it back to the grower and they say, nope, this doesn't meet our standards.
No, it doesn't. The high bar, the bar is off the charts here. This is like when you go to the grocery store, you go to the liquor store, and you buy wine. What you're getting there is commercialized.
With lots of additives and fillers, sugars, lots of other
Vintage, right? Doesn't matter the year.
No.
Keep the flavor
no,
going.
And that's one of the things about the store-bought wines is they are consistent from year to year.
Yes.
From no matter what the conditions the grapes were grown under. But that's what's so great about these wines is that you do get the opportunity to taste how from year to year, when they regrow and reproduce a different vintage of the grape, the different conditions that the grapes grew under at that particular time, the way that it affected the soil and the taste of the grape.
There was a lot of rain, it was dry.
Right.
Whatever.
Sunlight, all different kinds of things. Temperatures.
Pandemics.
Oh my gosh, we're not even talking about that. So this has tasting notes of blackberry, black cherry, mocha, and espresso. So I specifically put some of our dried cherries on here to try with this. So going a little bit sweet. I have some dark chocolate, but I also have the espresso beans, chocolate covered espresso beans. So what did you think about that?
Excellent. I mean, it's definitely it's a great cab. I mean, honestly, see, you're different than I am. I'll drink cab with pasta. You know what I mean? I'll drink it with pasta.
Cab is not my favorite to go with Italian.
Well, okay, I know that you drink
with a steak.
You drink the bookbinders, right?
I'll have this with a steak. I think a great cab. It goes really well with the steak.
Would you have the bookbinders with pasta?
No.
No?
No, because of the tobacco and the espresso and the mocha different notes, I think that does not pair well with Italian.
Well, you haven't tried it with the burger yet.
I'm definitely going to be going
I'm
there
keeping
next.
Sophie at bay.
Yes.
Keeping her at bay.
She keeps trying to. Now I do have some of the raspberry ale cheese. I was curious to try it with this because of all the different the bolder like deep red juicy fruit flavors. I thought this raspberry might go well.
I've had that.
So what do
I
you
like
think
the skin.
I know it has a lot of the flavors.
Yes. This is definitely a more pungent cheese.
I can't remember exactly what kind of cheese this is, but it's got the coating of the raspberry.
It's almost
ale
like a Parmesan.
on it. Kind of, but it's softer. And it's not quite as dry.
Maybe Asiago. I don't know. Remember the big wheels of Locatelli cheese?
Yes. I don't know.
Hang them.
And the Bobby and the Giada.
Yeah, they hang the
So when they're
Locatelli.
touring around Italy.
The best for mine.
So this is 13% alcohol. It is 0.77 grams per liter of residual sugar, so a little bit lighter in the sugars based on compared to the Chardonnay that we had earlier. But I definitely, because of these bold fruity flavors, I definitely don't think that like the Chardonnay was like sweeter than this wine here. I mean, they're totally different kinds of wines.
No. This is a little heavier than that wine. In my opinion, it's a little slightly heavier, which is fine.
Yeah.
You know? I don't care.
This is a little bit higher in sulfites. There's 65 parts per milliliter of sulfites. And it is 104 calories per 5-ounce serving and 0.114 grams per 5-ounce serving of carbs.
Backyard barbecue, baby.
So a little bit higher in calories, but it's actually interesting because it was lower in residual sugar, I think.
Yeah.
This one was lower, but it had higher calories, so I don't know, go figure. So I'm going to try this. Oh, you finished your half of the burger already, huh? Okay, so I'm going to try this with... I know, I didn't get to do any kind of workout today. I came straight home from work and I was getting all this stuff ready for us to do the video tonight.
It's funny because I work out daily and I do a double workout. And what happens is I'll do the bike 20 minutes, get off, take a little breather, of manual, which is not really difficult. I put the TV on. Manual is just... You're working up your cardio, you're getting
distracted,
going.
you don't realize how much you're writing.
And I'm watching, what was I watching today? I was watching...
Were you watching the hearings today?
Yeah, I was watching the judiciary hearing. And then I got back on again, and I do 30 minutes of the weight loss, which is hills. And it's like hills and a break, hills and a break for 30 minutes.
So the resistance.
And you're drenched with sweat.
Yeah.
So then I go into the my garage where the weights are, and I'll do a session of weights and push-ups and weights and stuff. And then I'll go for a 3-mile power walk / run. But right around 4 or 5 o'clock is when I start to get the metabolism kicks in and I start to get really hungry. So I try to stave that off till later because I'm trying to intermittently fast. But I gotta keep the weight down. You know?
You gotta condense the time that you spend eating and do a longer amount of time that you don't. So you can have little snacks and stuff in between, but you have to extend the length of time that you can do no eating at all.
That's hard to do.
If you want to do intermittent fasting, yes. I will say I love this with a burger.
Do you?
I absolutely love this with a burger.
Really?
The Terra chips, again with the garlic Mediterranean kind of flavor that goes
Just like a McDonald's burger.
It's, I mean, this is not. It's just, I bought one of the...
You could have bought a quarter pound with cheese.
The pre-made frozen fries. I just swing right
You
next to
could.
McDonald's right there next to my
Get a
Publix.
double
I
quarter
could
pounder with cheese and bacon sliced.
I should have done that. But I bought the frozen patties so that, you know what, the next time I make burgers with my kids, I'll just pull those out.
Yeah. Yeah. I bought dark chocolate hummus tonight too because I was thinking I could add some flavor to all this. But there's so much stuff here, it's like, we'll do it for the next video.
We already had the chocolate covered espresso
I know.
that go great with this wine, or, I mean...
What wine could we use?
Oh, lots of anything else that you can pair, like any other kind of
But
like
what would
rich
you dip into it?
red wine. Strawberries. Hey, we'll be doing that this weekend. We're getting ready, doing our little Valentine's Day
we're doing
celebration.
Valentine's Day.
We'll do some strawberries dipped
We're going to have a steak dinner.
in the chocolate hummus.
Yes, I'm taking her out for a steak dinner.
Yes, that'll be our special Valentine's Day.
But she's going to have to bring the wine.
Yes, and
You
I'll
better find out if they'll let us do that.
I need to call and make the reservation first, and then I will talk to them. I'm sure they will. but it's just a matter of whatever their corking fee is. Again, a lot of restaurants they'll waive the corking fee if you let
I think you just bring it in there.
If you let the server have a little taste of the wine, then typically they're like, okay, it's fine. We'll waive the corking
I think what you do is you bring a bottle with you, bring a full bottle in your purse, and then what we'll do is we'll order a beer when we get there.
Not in your purse. You bring it in a bottle in some kind of bag. And you just inform the waiter when they come to your table.
No, you sneak it into your purse.
Oh my gosh.
And then you pull it out, and you know what I mean?
No sneaking.
Hey, I grew up. Where I grew up, you know.
We do it on the up and up around here.
Oh.
Because we like to share the Scout and Cellar wines with everybody.
Yes,
you know what?
we do.
I shared this with somebody who's never tried this wine before.
Who?
Recently. So the mom that was doing some the pictures on Saturday. So I was having a friend do some pictures of my daughter.
Here?
No, in her at the track.
You brought
Saturday.
the wine to the track?
So I just left it in my car.
Yeah.
But I gave it to her afterwards as like a thank you because she was just doing a favor. She kind of does like photography as a hobby on the side. So she took some pictures of my daughter and some of her friends, some of their seniors. So it was like because running has been such a big part of their college or their high school experience. She took some pictures of them in their track uniforms over at the track.
Pictures.
So I'm holding on to them because I'm going to use them for graduation announcement. So, but I gave this mom a bottle of the wine, and she texted me a couple days later and was like, "Oh my gosh, this wine is so good."
Invite her to the next wine party.
She was, I will. She was like, "Is this the wine that you sell?" And I was like, "Yes, it is." And she was like, "Huh, tell me more."
Does she have a husband?
We'll talk about that later.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to talk about that on the video.
Okay, sorry.
But I can see we are losing light here, so
yes.
we'll go ahead and wrap things up for tonight. But
we could talk all night.
And if you come to a wine party, we will talk to you all
yes,
night.
hours will go by and you'll be like, I gotta go. God, next time you're in town, you come to my house.
Yeah.
All right, have a good week. Remember, like, comment, share, hit the bell. Please, click on the link and go just take a look. Explore the website.
Yeah, there's lots of great wines on there.
Listen to what we say and the way we're talking about.
And if you're ever not sure, send us a message. We're happy to give you some recommendations or try to point you in the right direction.
And also, if you want some more knowledge, go back through the archives of our old videos and kind of look at. We may have done this before.
See how far we've come.
See how far we've come. So anyways, have a good weekend. We'll see you next week, guys.
All right, bye everybody.
See ya.